Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Nebraska's offense will get the first crack at it here. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Hands it off. And the Wolverines get enough for the first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Catch in the middle, it's Marshall. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Running back searching for a hole. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. The Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They move the tight end all over. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Still looking on the move. At the 35, he's loose. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it. Get it to your running back and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's Johnson. And the Wolverines see them move the chains again.
And that's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's third and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He's got it on the move. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go.
Touchdown, Nebraska! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Tulane. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Strong, firm tackle. Second down coming up. Davis will throw. Finds his tight end. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. He wants to pass it on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Marshall. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. He's looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Oh, he wants it all. He caught it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Wolverines are threatening on first and goal. On the option. He'll toss it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, wants to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. And the Huskers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away from the heat. Throws for the tight end. And that one's incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. This time he's got his man. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's Taylor. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34. Just enough time to get off one more snap. It's complete to the left. They'll immediately call timeout. They love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Caught near the sticks. It's crease court. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pirouettes through.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Boyd. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Huskers headed quickly to the line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Power football with the run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. Davis looking to pass. Working that left side now. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Grab near the marker. It's Cleescorn. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Move the chains with that completion now on first down. Leaves it with the back. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Quick spin on the run. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. And the Wolverines look to do some damage in the red zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. The Wolverines pick up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Quick release on the RPO.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on second down. Catch inside the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off play action on first down. He's going up top. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. At midfield, he's got room. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. To the ground with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's right on target. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. Comes out throwing on first down. They've got the screen set up. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quick handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Might as well stick with him. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. It's good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Coming out on second down, trying to put this one away. Davis will throw. They're bringing heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Right down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. And the Huskers want to move quickly. On second down, he's looking downfield. Lofts one high and deep. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. He's going to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Nelson. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They want to just keep throwing it. Starting to feel a little pressure. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Takes it from the gun on third down. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Looking to throw. Getting some heat. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On second down, just keeps firing. Coming after him. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They're trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw, never gave his receiver a chance. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He's going up top here late in the game. Can't make the connection, incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. And here we go, final play of the game right here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Powell.